we are live or recording at least. Hello, hello, Will. Hello, Lee. Welcome to to the interview. Uh, I'm happy to hear and see you once again after many years that we have met, and you almost didn't change. I have to say, you are almost exactly the same as when I saw you the last time. Um, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
So what I had to ask you, I made a list of questions. We will try going through them, trying to stick to the questions, and we can ask other questions as well. You can ask questions to me, and Lee can ask questions as well. So first thing first, we will start from you just telling a short story about or maybe where do you live, like how much time have you spent in China? Have you been to other countries, and what do you study? And then Lee.
Okay.
问我是吧？
So you ask me or Lee?
Yeah, you first. Yes.
Okay.
Well.
I've been born in China about 25 years right now. Yeah, and I've traveled a lot to Europe, North America, and Russia also. And for now, I'm studying on a PhD now in China, right? Majoring in sociology, and me and Lee are roommates.
That's really cool. Okay. And you have traveled the world for vacations, right?
Yeah, for vacation. Also study abroad.
Yeah. Okay. Was it like sociology related things, or?
Nope. I studied in Canada, Vancouver, in 2017. That time I was studying like leadership and also investigation and criminal investigation and law study. Right.
And if I remember correctly, when we first met, you were studying in a police college, right?
Right. It's People's Public University of China.
Okay. And is it you've changed direction, or is it like an upgrade, like a linear upgrade, or you decided to go sideways? How did it happen with your
I believe it's an upgrade, yeah, because the police university, it can give you skills and it can let you to interact with other people like you are a policeman, but it cannot give you much knowledge about the, about the like sociology gives to me. Yeah. So I want to study more to horizon my view and meet more people. Right.
Just to spread the horizon, right? To
enlarge.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. And okay, with Will, I understand. And Lee, can you tell me like a short story how much time you spent in China, and have you left the country, and what do you study? Well, I guess you study the same thing, or
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, tell me about yourself just a bit, and us.
Oh, okay. I had never been abroad, and I'm 28 years old. I have 2 years of work experience. I'm interested in sociology, so I quit my job to study it.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, I'm a graduate student who will graduate in June next year. Will
Mm-hmm.
and I, we are classmates.
Ah, classmates. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, okay, all good. I will tell to Lee as well, and well, who will as well, uh, something about myself. So I'm 27 years old. Well, all of my life I've lived in Russia. I have went abroad a couple of times. I don't know, more than 10 times, I would say, to a, a, a lot of different countries around Europe mostly. Never been to America, never been to China. And Will was the first person who I've met in Spain, and accidentally almost. Uh, on the mountain, he was taking photos, and we this is how we've met. I was also taking the photos from the same mountain as well. Yes, so this is how it started. But yes, what else? I'm not studying anywhere right now, because, well, a lot of things, um, and studying in Russia is kind of weird, in my opinion. I've tried studying in two universities, uh, didn't really work out, I would say. But anyway, um, so I think this is enough for now. So today I want to talk about with you. Uh, I want to know more about China. I have to say I know about close to zero, uh, and the things that I know that are not like I would call them happy and nice things. Not all of them. I understand that it's a huge country and very complicated and very interesting. Long story, long history, long strong culture. So I want to talk about that. And my questions, I have written them down. I will read them point by point, I guess. So I will start from the most important for me, I would say, because even when we were setting up this interview, I was considering and asking multiple times whether you would feel comfortable and okay with talking about certain topics. And so my question is still about the same, but do you feel pressured or threatened in like in I guess any way, like from the government or the society? This is like a general question you can answer. And firstly, will or maybe Lee, who would answer my question first. Lee, I guess. Oh, it was the plan.
Okay. Frankly speaking, I don't face any pressure or threat from the government in my daily life.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a more socially influential person,
Mm-hmm.
then making some negative statements may be interfered by the government.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just a common student,
Mm-hmm.
and the government does not look at me in particular.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, what ordinary people like me face are mainly life pressures from the social level, such as work,
Mm-hmm.
marriage, buying a house, retirement, etc. These are very real and concrete pressures.
Mm-hmm.
These pressures are not from the government. Uh, of course, it may be influenced by the policy, made by the government. But if you are a common person, the government don't 怎么说呢？就是不会特别的关照你。就是如果你是普通人，
the
会特别关照。
government the government just don't take care much about you.
嗯
Mm.
嗯嗯 OK
That's my answer.
OK
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you feel a lot more pressured by the society rather than the government itself. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. The next question then would be, how does freedom of speech work in China? And you said already that if you are not a social influencer, so to say, you would not feel the effects. But well, let's start with, how do social influencers, what do they fear? How do they get, what's the pressure? What can they speak about? What they can't? I guess Lee.
I don't know what they will face if they make politically sensitive comments and or negative views. Because I'm not I'm not a KOI. I'm not a KOI.
Well, social influencer. We are just normal people. We are not like social influencers, so we don't know much what they can feel, or what they will face when they speak something that against the law or against the rule, right?
Okay.
But in my opinion, that Chinese social influencer, just like any other foreign social influencer, they all consider what they will say to the people, right? And they will obey the law, and they have to uh, like they have to be responsible for what they say to the people, right? Even like I don't know, Alex, do you know Kanye West?
Kanye West?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye
Well,
West.
a bit. I not like his fan or anything, but of course I've heard about him, and I heard something that lately he has been saying some inappropriate, I guess, stuff with regards to Nazism, and that's what I heard, and that's I haven't seen the original video or anything like this.
You're right. Even the foreign influencer, like the foreign pop star, yeah, he can also say what they can say, right? Like Donald Trump, yeah, they all, when they say something, the highest one think it's not appropriate, so they can ban their like Twitter account or
But
Instagram account.
I
Yeah,
have
right.
to, I have to
It's the
say,
same. Yeah, it's the same in China, right?
I
But
could
Chinese
imagine.
social media, it can be more strict. If you talk about the political issues, political issues, more it will soon catch your account, and then like monitor what you are saying. If they think it's not appropriate for the most of the people, or it's not appropriate for the largest party, they will suspended, right?
Okay. Uh, two things I hear. And the first thing I would ask, I guess, is but who sets up these rules? What is right and appropriate, and what is not?
The social media will have. When you register a social media, it has the rule, and you have to click to accept, and you can use it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the social media is has rules while you're registering. Okay, like, but are those rules about the same for every social media?
I'm not sure about the answer. Yeah.
Okay, and another question would be, do are there like do you hear about any changes that are like being done on the governmental level then will get implemented into these rules? For example, maybe you are using some of that um, social media and some rules change, right? And is there a governmental issued order to change those things sometimes, or it just happens and they say, oh, updated policy, please press accept, and that's it?
You mean it? Like for example, you mean when I post a article, and my article maybe it's not appropriate, and the you mean the government change the rule to delete my article?
Yeah, I guess, but let's
right?
Yes, I guess, and but and let's try to answer this question. Yes.
Alex, can you hear us? Alex, hello?
Hello. Yeah. It's breaking up a bit. Yes. I can hear you normally now.
Okay. I didn't get your question. Sorry.
Okay. So, so the way you understood the question was about right. Let's try to answer that question.
So next question or this
okay.
question?
Let's not keep things weird. Let's go to the next question.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. So, like the first, do you know some examples of how I guess people were breaking those rules of freedom of speech and they were prosecuted? Maybe social influencers or whatever, like any type of people. Do you have like any examples maybe
大哥，你有没有例
in
子？
the
我没
recent
有。
days?
I don't know
Okay.
the situation. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't care much more about this
social
topic.
influencer.
对。
Okay. At which point a person becomes a social influencer?
In China now, everyone can become the social influencer. Just like if you want to like major in this, and you take much time to like update your social media, and maybe the big data will put your media into people's horizon, and you may become the social influencer. I don't know what social influencer you want to talk with us, like some pop star, film movie star, or some
Intellectuals.
Uh-huh. I wanted to
yeah.
know in general that you're saying you don't think about it about the social influencer, but I hear that there are certain rules that apply to social influencers and don't apply, I guess, to other people that you say are considered normal people, right? So my like, is there a point maybe like you have possibly like an Instagram account, but of course I don't think you have Instagram in China, yes? It's
No.
forbidden. Yeah, okay. But let's imagine, for example, Instagram. So you have 0 followers on Instagram. So you're definitely not a social influencer, right? But when you have 100 followers, is it still not an influencer? You only have to have 1,000 maybe, or how much? Is it an exact number, or some governmental office exists that sits and their work is to find social influencers and tag them as one? I understand the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
In China, maybe Weibo is the most people use to like declare your opinion. Yeah, because in other application like TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
you know TikTok, right?
Yeah.
People just post like videos
Yeah, yeah.
about dancing or singing or other just
Daily life.
do daily life and play some play what they can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weibo maybe can be used to declare, to voice your opinion, like Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the influencer in Weibo, they just have some like thousands of fans or hundreds of fans, and what they say before they post,
Yeah.
what they say, yeah, it has been special. It has been a special
Moderated.
like.
Is that the correct
Uh,
word? Like a
mm,
person looks through your video and finds whether it has offensive
no,
content?
uh, like, uh, like, check, you
Yeah,
know,
it's a
before they
moderator,
post,
it's called. I believe, yes.
moderate. Just check by the Weibo.
Uh-huh.
Weibo will check your post, and if you have some
Y-
word that is
Sensitive.
not
mhm.
sensitive, yeah, not
Requires
appropriate,
censorship.
yeah, sensitive, and they
Yeah.
will ban your
Okay.
post.
Is it like an artificial intelligence, or is it a combination, or is it just workers?
It's mix.
Mix. Okay.
Sometimes artificial intelligence, sometimes by people. Yeah, if
Uh-huh.
you have a sensitive word,
Yeah.
uh, the AI will like send it to the people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
AI first, then people.
Okay. Okay. But if you say that, for example, TikToks, like videos, will be checked, but we are using a different app now, and you, as I remember, said that we shouldn't worry that the video conversations don't get checked. Is that correct?
Yeah, right, because they are not have the measures to check video like live streaming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Yet.
you let
Don't
me give
have
you an
them yet.
example. TikTok live streaming maybe uh maybe monitor,
Uh-huh.
because because we are holding a live streaming video chat now, and we have audience. The audience will
Mm-hmm.
uh
Mm-hmm.
will
Okay.
call the call.
Okay, I get. Okay. Okay, good. Good to know. By the way, we were talking about um, what was it? Twitter. You said that people like Trump are getting banned. But I have to say that things are changing, and it's not exactly the same as. I guess I have to say one thing. I that I fear that it's a method of propaganda of China, as I believe, and Russia as well. That people say that because it's the same in other countries, we can do this. But in reality, what happened with um, in Twitter? So Twitter was held by a community of left people, of left-minded people, so to say, and in a way that they were too far left. So we have right and left, right? You understand this term? Yeah, yeah. I mean, not like a right left arm, but
I know, I know.
yeah, yeah. So now in America there is a tendency for the left to become really aggressive in a way that
right.
it goes too far. So, and by the law, things are changing. Like I believe in some states right now, there is a weird thing that you have to use right pronouns on people. Like you've heard about this, no? Pronouns. No. So he, she, it, right? They, them. You know, these are pronouns. They are called. And a person, if he is or she or whatever is transgender or what, and however she wants to identify herself, so she or he or they would say, I want to be identified as they. You have to call me they, not he, for example. And when you call them he or she for whatever reason, they get offended. And now in I think one state and in Canada there was a bill passed, so people would get sued for calling a person he when he is a man, but he can identifies as they. So it's crazy. I have to
It's
say.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I can understand also. Yeah.
Yeah, this is their way of thinking. It's something that is happening like a new wave. I will not go into that, but right now at least. Maybe someday I will understand, but right now I am skeptical about this. But so these types of people, I mean, with this thinking, were at the head of Twitter at first.
Right, yeah.
And now Elon Musk, you remember Elon Musk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Yeah, he was like, I watched an interview with Jack Ma a long time ago, like a year I think ago, but it was interesting. But anyway, he bought Twitter now, like he completely bought it after months, and now he changed things up. So now Trump is back on Twitter, and now people are not getting banned for those things.
I see. Right. Yeah.
So it's a different thing now, and it's not 100% set in stone. What people say, like set that it will be this way always. And so I had to say that anyway. Let's get back, I guess, to the interview itself. So how do you feel? I would like to know about your government in general. Like, do you feel like it's doing good, that it has good in its mind, the good of people?
第4个问题，大哥，
啊，你先说。
我没有，你说吧。
OK，嗯，how to say? Overall, I don't have much of an opinion. I would like to believe that the government's intention is good. The term common prosperity,
Mm-hmm.
common prosperity is good, but it depends on how the government implements this policy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not too good to evaluate yet. 就是那个共同富裕那个政策，
嗯
就是现在还不太好。就是我相信它是好的，但具体得看它怎么实施这些东西。
啊
Okay.
大家应该能听懂吧
，Have you heard
他应该
Have you
不知
heard the
道。
common prosperity?
Common prosperity?
Yeah, it's like it's a government policy.
No,
Uh,
no, I don't think that I've heard.
It's a policy made by the government. It's aimed to uh, promote the uh, social fairness.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain my opinion about the common prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
I first heard this word is when I was a student in primary school. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the government aims to bring all the Chinese family into uh, like they all become rich people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
In that environment, you don't have to worry about any food or clothes or anything.
Mm-hmm.
差不多吧，差
Yeah,
不多。
you don't have to even even you don't have to close your door because no one will steal your things because
Mm-hmm.
we all have clothes, we all have cars. Yeah, common prosperity. It has been made by President Mao Zedong, 对吧？
邓小平。
Mm-hmm.
邓小平啊，
啊
邓小平 yeah, right. It's about the government also tell us the time when we can become the prosperity, common prosperity. It's about in the 2015, 2050. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. About 2015 it started?
2050.
50.
We will
Okay, okay.
50, yeah.
Okay.
About 30 years later, we maybe become because the government has uh has been made different policy in 3 stage
Mm-hmm.
in China. Yeah. 哎，那个是什么时候来说的？就是邓小平是什么时候提的3个阶段来着？
那是上个那不是邓小平提，那是好像是后来的提的，就是现代化的那个。你可以就说这次什么十八大提的那个两个步骤，一直到2035，然后到2050的那个东西。
So the government has made policy that China will go into 3 stage.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is 不，就是第一个小康是什么来着？
小康啊，
第一个是什么小康？
小康社会啊。
小康社会是吗？第二个是全面小康，第一个是什么？
第一个不是你说的那个是上个世纪的？
对，就是然后最后是共同富裕嘛。
我不太记得，我这方面我倒忘了。然后我现在记得就是之前那个18大提的那个，然后第一个到2035年基本现代化，2050年全面现代化的这个东西。
对，但是已经没有共同富裕了呀。
我没有说共同富裕啊，
你
我说的 那这个共同富裕跟这个那个你说的什么几个阶段没关系啊？
Sorry, Alex, just let it go. Yeah, just in 2050, the government's
Yeah,
final
yeah.
aim, yeah, it tries to help its people to become all go to into a rich level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And do you know, like, does the government express and tell the people what will it do to do that? Like, and or how it happens? Like, you have to believe that it will happen, or is there like a plan? Because I have to say, I was in I haven't been in a communist country. I was born in Russia. It was like two. It was already not non-communist at the moment when it was born, but when it existed, there were similar things that they were trying to accomplish, and of course it was a different time. And Russian people are not Chinese people. I think quite a bit different, but in some ways very similar. But I don't know. It. Do you have any questions? Do you have like 100 belief that it will happen?
No, not sure, not sure, because it depends on how the government implements
Mm-hmm.
what it says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if
And
uh, if the government uh, can't achieve uh, its its goal, so the people can't believe it,
mm-hmm.
believe the government.
Mm-hmm. So um and you are not
Uh,
sure whether it's whether to believe it or not.
I think whether you believe it or not, uh you cannot change it, right? Uh,
Sounds horrible.
uh, like the COVID measures the government take, right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh, you don't know what it will happen our to us, to our ordinary people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mm.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's try going further. Um, so do you feel like things would get better as time goes on with regards to China? You have beliefs that uh, things are improving
Ye-
and they will continue to do so.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm.
Um,
Because the COVID era has gone, right? It's
ah.
the post-COVID era now. And uh, to be honest, the Chinese economy has has been developed a lot, right?
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, it goes it goes faster than America or Russia. Yeah,
Oh, no,
and
let's not. Russia is not something to look at, I guess. But in that regard, it's very poor right now, and it has been becoming way more poorer over the course of 20 years. So
uh,
yeah, and but okay, you believe so. That's okay, good. And the question is, do you feel or hear propaganda? How much do you hear or feel of propaganda on TV, radios? Like, what's with that?
There is propaganda, whether it is ideological propaganda or policy
Mm-hmm.
propaganda on various information platforms. In recent years, the propaganda has focused more on cultural confidence and national self-confidence. The specific effectiveness of which is not too easy to say. And perhaps many young students will be more receptive to this propaganda. But it's hard to say most, you know, most people don't pay much more attention to some ideology or political issues.
Mm-hmm.
They just care about their only daily life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that this way the things are with the common people, I guess, or how you would call them, that it could get better after year 2050? Would more people start caring because they have less of problems in everyday life?
什么意思？
他意思就是2050年之后，就是大家生活都变好了，人们还会关注这种宣传吗？
这我哪知道啊？这都是以后的事情了，我哪知道
？Lee says that it's a future issue. He don't know right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. I'm just, I'm skeptical because I have to say, because as I have experienced, I have lived in the post-socialist country my whole life, basically. And I don't know, by the way, what China and the government of China thinks of Russia now, and what it thought of Russia before that. I'm pretty sure that it was like an icon in some ways because of Lenin and possibly because of Stalin, but probably not. Lenin is the most iconic figure. But right now I have a feeling that it didn't actually help people, that not all of their needs, most of their needs were set in, so they had a job, right? Like in Soviet Russia, almost everyone had a job, like record low, like people that didn't have a job, on the other way, they were prosecuted. So some were sent to camps and in jails and so on. So they were made to work if they don't have a job, one of the things. But that's okay. Well, let's not talk about them. And afterwards, all of these years, people were made to think less of themselves as a person, because they had this idea that was way bigger than them, and they were just a piece in the whole great picture of the socialist empire, so to say. And not an empire, but socialist community. And instead, what happened is people now have little to no understanding of what politics actually do, and this is why we have Russia that we have right now. So that people stopped caring about social issues. They stopped caring about very basic things, because many things were done for them, like cleaning inside not the apartment building, but outside in the staircase. You understand, right? The apartment building and the staircase has somebody has to clean it. It's not yours. It's governmental. So and now in Russia it doesn't get cleaned because people have to pay for it, and people are saying, I don't want to pay money for someone to do something else. Like I would drink vodka instead, maybe for that money, or smoke cigarettes, Why would I need? So they don't care what I have to say. And they are so used to someone else literally wiping their butts that they have lost this ability. And now we have like two sections of people: the ones that are like sheep that have to be led, and they have no understanding of the future, like literally zero. They don't care. They live about everyday problems and situations, and that's it. And the other type of people that think about like wolves or dogs that move those sheep, and they eat them when they want to. They shred them for like resources, and that's how they look at them. Those lesser of the people and the biggest of the people that fight amongst themselves, and like it's a kind of mess, I have to say. So I'm skeptical, I have to say, but you know, I can only hope that I am wrong in some ways.
You know, I didn't get that country because it has already been a capitalist country.
Sorry, can you repeat that? It messed the internet.
I don't know why you still call Russia a socialist country, because I think it's already
No, yeah. Now it's not a socialist country. No, I'm saying as a post-socialist country. And I do not believe that the problems that have risen, like social problems that are in Russia right now, are just because people switched from socialist to communist. So I believe the problem is sociological at its core at first, like in a way that people have lost the ability to live as a like an like a complete human being. Like I will let's talk about fantasy right now, right? So we have you would imagine a tribe of people, right? Like a tribe of spears and swords and shields and fireplaces and tents. You understand? You catch my drift? Tribe is
tribe. 大哥，你知道吗？
It's
我一直没太懂这个他说的那个就是
部落种族宗族tribe
yeah
right
yeah
tribe people
yeah so yeah tribe people
like old
yeah.
Rome
Rome no
Rome?
older
no
way older like
Asian people
Asian
well
no.
Ancient
yeah
ancient people yeah
yeah
sorry
ancient people yeah so like 10 there are still in Africa some of those like still
right
and so they exist and they know their role in a way. They fulfill a role, right? So for example, I'm a hunter, I'm a chieftain maybe, or I'm a cook or whatever, right? Lost your camera, Will. Are you still there? Yeah, okay.
Yeah I'm still there, yeah.
So
continue, yeah
yeah, so they have their roles, and they know that other people have roles, but the society is very limited in a way that you have about I don't know, maybe 100 people tops, like maybe 200 people in this tribe, right?
Mhm.
And you know that some jobs have to be done, like I don't know, carrying trash outside and maybe cleaning something. And when you do it, something that you uh, like something more than you are supposed to do, like for example, I'm a hunter and I help cooking, like I am helping another person, I am helping the tribe as a whole, right? And in my experience, like this didn't really work in socialist Russia. That people didn't think all those things. That okay, I'm doing my job, it's important, and I can do something else as well. I can help someone. Instead, they were thinking, the ones that could, they were thinking about, okay, I have to get more power because I am so insignificant that I have to become powerful. And
Yeah, have to be
yes, and
rich. Yeah.
don't and socialists, as I hear what I imagine, say that, oh, you have to make propaganda, so this everyone would understand their role. But what about other roles? What about really helping each other? What about understanding other people and their struggles? I don't think that social structure in Russia helped that. In Russia, I have to say. I don't know the difference in what's difference between China and Russia in that regard, but so yes, I have fears about that, and I feel like this is why I left. By the way, one of the reasons why I left Russia is because people are very limited in their thinking as a whole, and it's extremely hard to talk to other people because they are so dim, so they are so like you know, like hiding from reality. So it's impossible for them to find common ground, with others. I don't know. It seems like it's isolating people and it's not like uniting. Anyway, that's my point of view, and I'm not trying to start propaganda of my own, in China especially. Anyway, yes. So maybe if you want to say something, or we'll just continue with the interview.
I am a communist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the propaganda is about everywhere, every time. I had to admit that it is useful. It has make work because I can even remember it without any study or anything. Maybe just like searching the social internet or talk to people, and maybe we can hear some propaganda by the party, by the government. Yeah, but I think if the government want everyone to work together, it has to use this measure. Yeah, it's a good measure.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a measure, a policy, right? It's not that difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that we live in an interesting environment, like 21st century. We have this technology, internet, and
Yeah.
we could talk like we are talking across literally the whole world, like almost exactly through the whole of the planet, and this is new, and somebody has to make some rules how
Yeah.
it is played out, and as well as the fact that there is a difference in level of life of people, and I mean how much people get like for their job, right? And what education people get. This is very important things, and
Yeah.
we have to fix them. And there definitely should be different ways to try and do this, of course. But I understand this completely, and I am in. This is why I'm talking to you because I am interested to know like how deep the rabbit hole goes, as they say, if you understand. Anyway, yes.
Okay.
So
Next question.
next question. So I guess you feel like your prospects in China are very good. So you said you're a communist, and Lee, I guess, is as well, probably. And do you feel like everything is going and will be going great right now? Like you have your 100 belief percent, right?
Yeah, maybe. If you talk about the prospect, I think at present I still need 3 to 4 years to complete my study, you know, and the current employment prospect is the topic that I take care much about. I think the employment prospect of my major are polarizing existence, polarizing it can be better or it can be worse. The employment, it depends on your ability, how much creation you produce, your university test scores, and your relationships. Yeah. It all.
Relationships, you mean in what way?
You know, China is a human society,
yes,
right? And
for now.
Just a human, like human let me think how to explain that. Not emotion, but it's similar to emotion, human emotion society. Because if you want to finish a work, you have to use your relationship with maybe to help the work to be more to be easier, like to finish. So the relationship, I mean, is like this.
Do you feel like it is fair to
Can
use
you get
that?
it?
Do you feel like it is fair to use that? Fair. You understand the word?
Yeah, fair. How to say that? The relationship is like Alex, I know you, and if I didn't know you, I want to make some work in Serbia or in Russia. It's quite difficult because I know you. It can be more easier. It doesn't talk about fair or not or unfair. Yeah, right. It just talk about how to make the work easier, how to finish the work more quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
Like how to get a job easier. It's the same thing. Yeah. That's I want to talk.
Okay. 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 Next question.
You can also ask Lee about the prospect
Yeah, okay.
he think
Good,
in
good.
China. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lee, how good are your prospects? How do you feel
Lee
about your
Lee
future?
hasn't talked for a while.
Yeah, that's the
My,
let's
my 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 personal expectations are not very high because the employment situation is tough and the economic situation is not very good.
mm.
So
Mhm.
uh, that's it.
Sorry, you broke up a bit. So, but you said economic situation is not very good, and then
Yeah, it's not it's uh it's it's difficult to for the students if they graduate from the university. Uh, uh, Getting a job is not very easy
mm-hmm,
now.
mm-hmm,
So uh, that's a structure problem
mm-hmm.
in China now.
Uh,
So
was it better before?
a little better before. Now it's getting more and more tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, and
And due to Corona or due to the population or due to the policy, yeah.
mm-hmm.
But we are not sure whether what it will be in the post-Corona era, right? Because it just closed yet.
Okay, 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 good. And like Lee, do you plan on leaving China, um, and live in another country?
No, I have no intention to leave China
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a because I think that most of those who can immigrate are rich people. I'm not very rich, and the vast majority of Chinese people do not have the economic conditions and strong will to uh, immigrate.
Strong will. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, and what would if you would want to leave and this idea like struck you as a lightning? You were sleeping maybe, and then like, oh my God, it happened. What would your parents and family think about it?
Um, um, they they don't want they don't want me to
Mm-hmm.
leave them. Definitely.
Uh
Why? Why?
huh.
No why.
Okay, okay. This is the pressure is
I,
very strong from the parents.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
Yes.
uh,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
And Will, what is your idea? Do you think
I
about it? Ever thought about it? Leaving?
Yeah, I thought about it before, but now I have no intention of leaving yet because my family members are in China and they are used to the current life. Uh, I think people with overseas study experience uh, maybe inclined to living abroad. But for me, nope. I think I'd like to go traveling, but I won't. Uh, I also believe I won't stay at one place. I won't stay in China for about 100 years. You know, the whole life in China. Maybe not, but I will go travel. But for me to immigrate, uh, maybe not. Mhm.
And not okay. And your parents, what would they think about that? About the same as Lee?
I'm not sure because I think you know my mom's university major is English. Yeah. In uh in her when she was in university, the English is not all the people learn, and when she learned English, she has broad her horizon and also like interact with foreign people, and she loves foreign culture. But I'm not sure if she can give up her life for now and to choose to go to another country that rebuild the relationship with people and accept the environment. I'm not sure she will do it.
And even now, when we are talking about living, I hear you speaking about your parents, that they wouldn't want to leave, but I think you're not imagining living by yourself, like alone.
Living
I mean,
me.
yeah. For example, you will.
For now, no, I'm not sure. Maybe if I have the chance to go study abroad, I may make friends there, and I may find that like for example, the USA, the American people's life may be more suitable for me. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that time I will consider about immigrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay. By the way, I didn't say that that you can answer any question, like you can cut me off when you want to say something, and like Lee will, like if you have to say something, you say it,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Like no
Okay,
problem
okay.
about it. I will
Mhm.
no problem at all.
Okay.
This will be even more interesting if it happens. Like
Yeah,
Spanish people, for
definitely.
example, they think that if you have a conversation between a couple of people and someone is not cutting off, then it's not an interesting conversation.
Yeah, right, absolutely. Yeah. Lee, 你应该多说一些。Lee, you have to say more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, my English is poor, so
No
I
problem.
can't speak very
Yeah,
well.
Lee can use Chinese to cut off, and
Yeah.
I'll translate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
说吧，大哥，多说一点哈。
继续吧，继续吧啊！
好，OK，
刚刚
continue.
我
Let's
有几
continue.
个问题，我就去倒了个水，没怎么听清楚，就是他说的，就是倒了个水。
Okay.
Okay, so
Alex, let's go.
okay, we were speaking about leaving China, that you leaving China, and what your family thinks about it. And as well, you started talking about that Lee said it, I think, yes, that you have to have a lot of money to leave China and to immigrate, I mean, to other countries. And why do you think is that? Like, what is the plan exactly? Why do we need so much money? Like a lot of money, you say. What is the reason?
啊？怎么赚钱？什么？
他的他的意思就是说，你为什么会觉得只有有钱人才能走？为什么要移民中国需要很多的钱？对，你就比如说他就是没有多少钱，但是他就走了嘛，懂
我
吧？
说的是一个普遍的情况，不是说是一些特例啊。
不，那你就给他讲讲，对啊，就是普遍情况，就是讲讲嘛，为什么需要很多的钱嘛？
这不很简单，你移民肯定需要钱，你没钱怎么移啊？
你没移民这个东西，你不一定啊。你的意思是对方国家需要钱是吧？
对呀，你在那边你吃喝住不都得需要钱吗？对不对？
啊， Lee simply answered that if you want to live in live in the USA or Europe country, you have to you have to have the money to eat, to drink, to live,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
to
of course, but
do something. So you have to
maybe
have
for
a
some
lot of
time.
money to.
For some time,
Yeah.
yes, for sure. For example, I guess I have immigrated now to another country. I not like officially, like I haven't made documents that I am a citizen of another country yet. But I am getting some support from from friends and family, and
Mhm.
it's not. I have to say, it's like it's a lot less than I thought it would be, right? So and yes, first I have to say that the first 3 months it was extremely hard to find a job, but it would be possible. Like a person I interviewed, he's a Russian guy. He works already here among Serbians, and he's getting euros paid to him. Like it's enough for him to survive, rent an apartment and eat like almost any type of food. But and he found it in 2 weeks almost. He immigrated, in 2 weeks he found a new job. So it's is it like why is it so much money that is needed? Why do you believe? Everyone needs to eat. Like it's not something and that is shocking, but are there other reasons apart from needing to eat and needing to rent a place? Maybe
就是还有别的原因吗，大哥？
就是移民这个为什么不移民嘛？就我其实没有具体考虑，我觉得这个移不移民这个东西，就是你自己的意愿。你想移的话，然后你可以就是你没钱也可以，呃是吧？就想办法凑钱啊，或者就是说那个你到了先移过去，然后再赚钱也行。那你要不想移的话，就是那他就是不想移呗。我觉得这个没有说一定要移或者一定要不移之类的。当然我能理解他，因为他属于那个国家发生了战争嘛，那他属于就是类似的想要逃离这个战争，
你
但是
先到这儿吧，我先讲一讲哈。Lee, Alex, we have a question that you choose to immigrate because just because a war happened between your country, right?
not just because of that.
Any further
Reasons?
Reason?
Yes, so it's a complicated issue, and in a couple of ways. So first of all, I have to say that I decided to leave. Like I had this idea of leaving since I was quite young. I was in school, so Russia has 11-year long school, right? And I was like maybe in the 5th grade, so 12, 11, I guess, years old. And ever since that, I had this idea of leaving because I had already traveled to other countries, and I've seen that people not only look different and eat different, they also think differently and they feel differently as well. So in a very deep way, like in a freer way. For example, right now in Russia, if you have an opinion that is different from the governmental, and for example war, right? The war has started. It is very common for people to be prosecuted and to put in jail for 7 and even 15 years at times, just for saying that for example, that the war and things that happened in the war area that Russian soldiers are breaking the rules of what are they? Human rights, right? So they are torturing people. They are like literally doing horrible things to them, which is not necessary. They're doing this not only to soldiers, but to common people of the Ukraine. And if you say this, you will be prosecuted in Russia. And it's like a fact that is found and proven by other countries as well, in multiple ways. And so the truth is being suppressed. And this is just one thing. It's not the only thing that is happening. If you protest in Russia, right now it's illegal to protest unless you are protesting alone. So anything, like any reason why you would protest, it's illegal. You have to apply to the government, like, do you allow me to protest against the government? And the government says, maybe no, or yes, well, probably not. But it's weird. So in the civilized countries, as I call them, it is if you want to demonstrate like against something, you are free to do that. Of course, you are not free to break other people's cars and I don't know, attack other people. But demonstrating is a different thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like go do whatever you want and I don't know, kill and torture people. This is not what I'm talking about. Freedom of thinking is very important to me, and in Russia it is being suppressed slowly, like someone is choking you to death. And this is why people are leaving mostly. And Russia attacking Ukraine is one of those steps toward it's getting closer to an empire rather than to a advanced democratic country. This is the reason. And I was demonstrating once. I think that demonstrating is maybe not the most effective ways, but definitely one of the ways to express yourself. And it's important, and it's nothing is improving. And now the war, and things would get worse for Russia in multiple ways.
But in Russia, if you are rich people, it's more easier to immigrate, right? Is it more easier for the rich people to immigrate?
Of course,
they want.
If you are richer, many things would appear easier. Yes, in some ways. But for example, if you're rich, if you would like to immigrate, you probably would need to sell your business. You don't have this money out of not the God that given you the money or something. You have some business or something, and you have to sell all of these things. Or as well, for example, in Russia there is another things that is happening that I don't know how to translate it. So it's like not international agent, but extra national agent, law, policy, something like this. So what it means,
科克伯，哎，是不是科克伯怎么读来着？怎么说来着 ？KGB。
KGB。
how? KGB?
Like KGB. KGB.
No. Yeah, this KGB is like
Is that-
police, you mean? Yes?
secret police.
Yeah.
Yeah, secret police.
No, a bit different thing, but it is with regards
No?
to business. So this, if a Russian business, especially that has something to do with media, has at least $1 that has come from a outside of Russia account. So, for example, a Russian sends $1 to a Russian, I don't know, freedom movement, social thing, right? And
I see. So the money transfer is very difficult in your country,
yeah,
right?
it's not only that the money transfer. The thing is, if you get this money from another country for some reason, whatever reason, like it then you have to say that your company is an agent of an outside government. This is the rule. And for you it may sound like it's okay, I guess it sounds reasonable, but in in Europe how things work, in America how things work, like it's normal for money going back and forth. It's very normal.
Yeah.
So people could
absolutely.
live in Serbia and be from Slovakia. They are like next to each other, and they will send money to each other like no problem. For example, if you're sending money from Ukraine to Russia, it still would be considered like an outside yeah, and it has, and now it's labeled like this, and you have limited powers, so with regards to that, and so on, like so many things that are weird and wrong in my opinion that are happening, and like you said, you can't really do anything about them, because unless you want to throw away your life, you have to accept it or leave it. Like this is the only options.
大哥，你也是这样吗？这样想吗？就要么接受，要么走。
怎么想？我没听他刚才说的。
那你干嘛呢？
我刚才打你，他是刚才说什么？
他的意思就是说，就是你做不了什么事情，就是你只能要么接受，要么就离开啊。
就是意思，如果你对就是这个国家的现实不满，是吧？
对，就是种种复杂的因素，对，就不刚刚就讲了，就这个有钱人他们走的就是因为这个钱啊，境外的资产进不来，然后境内资产就是出不去，
就怎么说呢啊？那就是你就是你
要来聊吗？
你留你
Hello
问题是就是你留下来也可以做很多事情，不是说你就是你不是说只有两种选择，你要么就是留下来什么都不做，要么呢你就走。那你也可以有别的选择，你可以留下来做你就是力所能及的事情啊，也不是说非得就是你要么就在这等死，要么就是不等死就走，也没那么不是这种二元对立的。
不是，就是要么接受，要么走嘛。accept or leave。
那不接受的同时可以不走吗？
Lee says, if you don't accept and you don't want to leave, what other thing you can do?
So yes, it is an interesting question because it's hard to answer it. There is no.
We have moved far away. If you think it's not what you want to ask us, we can just go back to the question. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. It's okay. So with regards, like for example, with these businesses that are being labeled as outside government controlled businesses. This is how they are labeled, I guess. When if I don't know how to translate it exactly, but this is something similar. So they have limited access to things. For example, the government can block them. For example, if you're a news outlet, right, news site, so you post news, such as Medusa in Russia. It's medusa.io, it's called, the site where news have been posted. And if those news, it has been labeled a couple of months ago as a this thing outside government controlled company, and now it's unallowed to be viewed from Russian IP address. So you can't visit this site, as well as the fact their bank accounts, I believe, are being frozen and stuff like this happening. So it's like an attack on businesses, basically. And it wasn't like this even 5 years ago. It wasn't like this. And it's not like Russia has been being destroyed by other countries before that. Nothing happened. Everything is becoming worse right now in Russia, like wherever you look. And if you want to protest, you go ask the government whether you want to, whether they accept your proposal to demonstrate. And then if the government allows you to demonstrate, you can go there, but you can still get fined and so on if you say things that are not believed right by the government. And these things are not written on the wall. Like, there are rules that laws, I mean, that were created in the recent months and recent years that are very vague, you know. So you can't really understand exactly what they're saying in those laws, right? So anyone can use those laws in any way, and in such ways as women sometimes, or even teenagers, being sued and jailed for years, and 15 years, 7 years, 5 years, and hundreds of thousands of rubles in fines and so on. So it's like crazy, this thing that is happening. It's madness, as I would call it, because it's the government is the only one who is setting the rules, and the government is only controlled by Putin and his friends. And these people, like, it's very simple. And like every single top manager and owner of a country, for example, Gazprom and like companies, the biggest companies, right? Everyone is a friend of Putin. Not like because they happen to be and become friends, but because they were friends from the beginning, from like school or from college or university. And now, like 30 years later, he appoints them as owners of companies that are making billions of dollars every year, and making them from oil and so on and so forth. So and the problem is, once again, this didn't happen overnight. This happened slowly. He is 22 years at presidency. And at first he was saying good things, like I would like things that I would never become like change the constitution. I would never, like, nobody should ever get more than 2 terms of presidency. And now he is like 5 times the president. Like, so almost every single thing he said from these years, he has done them multiple times over. And people don't listen to the things that he said before that. They listen to what things he is saying now. And now he's saying things that people want to hear. So, and what he has been saying is that, well, Russia is under attack from all of the world. This is what they want to kill us. They want to destroy us. And the thing that he has been doing is he's been killing and attacking people. So we have Ukraine that has been taken now under attack, and it's a kind of weird situation. I mean, there is Nazism in Ukraine. It is happening, and it's not the only country that has Nazism. And but Putin has been using it as a cover-up for his move. One of the ways, by the way, that people at power like to control the sheep is saying that we have an outside enemy. And this enemy for now is America. And Europe is the friend of America, therefore they are all enemies. So the outside enemy is America. We have to look at it. Like all of these 20 years, he has been pointing finger like, look, in America they have gay people. This is horrible. We will change the constitution where I will say that I can be the president indefinitely. But the reason why I'm changing the constitution is not for that, but I'm changing it because gay people, and we don't want that, right? And so on. I mean, it's crazy, and it's lies, and truth is being suppressed, and that is the problem. And we have people that were from USSR that think that everything should be given for them, and everything should be cleaned for them, like all of this. So it's kind of ridiculous overall, and it's hard to change that. To change that right now, I don't know. I'm doing something, I guess. So I'm my YouTube channel is in some way I'm expressing myself. Yes, I maybe some Russians would find my YouTube channel, and they did, and they watch it, and I also try to some maybe, yes, some of them for sure, yes. But people, because of the war especially, are now very they're fearful, and they cover their fear with beliefs. This is what's happening. So they don't really believe it, but they have to believe it, because if they don't believe it, then they break down. They feel horrible and so on, and they don't want that, so they believe something.
Why? I think the Russian people have beliefs like the 东正教怎么说呀？like Christ. Wait a second. Let me. The Orthodox Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Russian people have the belief. You know we Chinese most of us we don't have to believe in any
religion.
Yeah, any religion, right?
Yeah.
But we still have a good life. Yeah, I have asked one of my teacher, what do you believe? He just believe in himself. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I don't like, belief is a complicated, like, in a way. I mean, it's a different thing. You can believe in a God, or you can believe in something else. Like we have
so
Buddhism. Yes.
Like what you said. The Russian people, they believe in the country.
It's like how would I describe it? Yes, they somewhat believe in this country, but it's not
if
like
they don't believe in Putin's.
so how it looks how it looks from the outside. They if you start talking to them, they on topic of belief, on like possibly you will touch it somehow, like maybe from religion standpoint. Yes, they will say that they are religious, they are orthodox, most of them, and so on. But politics and religion is a separate thing in Russia, but it looks kind of similar, like in a way that right now Putin is trying, and he has been trying to make an image of himself as a powerful and like a father and like a serious figure and so on. And people believe his words because he's preaching them like a preacher, right? He's repeating them, the tonality, like the way he's speaking, like the way he's acting, and they don't look up the facts. Okay. So he says, we are doing this because, I don't know, we're attacking Ukraine because they have Nazis. Okay. Okay, like, and people say, okay, that's fair enough. We are doing this.
I think that's okay.
And
so let's just
yeah, but there's another thing that, for example, Ukraine is one of the biggest export countries in the world of grain, and it was before the war. And Russia has been destroying their production facilities. Like, it has been attacking their like living apartments with just common people, not only the military complex. But so they are attacking normal people. They were attacking these production facilities of grain, and now Russia is one of the biggest production exports. Like, it raised its export of grain a lot more because it attacked another country, because it destroyed the people that were in need of that. I mean, not people in need, people that were producing it. This is one of like the things that are happening. And when someone says like, this is the reason why we're doing it, it is not always the way it is exactly. And if you say, well, look, you are doing this not because you said it, but because of the other reason, you go to jail or you get shot. And that's what's happening in Russia.
So let's continue the question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So the next one. You were saying, and I had this question about the percentage of people that would like to leave, and you said off the camera that you don't have this information. And the question, the next question would be, is it even possible to collect such information right now?
Maybe yes, but we don't know how to collect them.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know how to find it?
Yeah, because we when we use the like Baidu, do you know, like Google in China?
Yeah.
Google in China, Baidu. It's complicated. There are so much information. I don't know which one to tell. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which one to believe.
Which one to
It's hard
believe?
to find.
Mm-hmm. And is it like could you find governmental information about that? Would it be possible?
I don't know if
Yeah. Okay.
if it's close to the country's security, and if yes, we cannot find. But if it's not, maybe we can find. You know, the government website is open to everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the next question would be like, are you free to leave the country as of now?
Lee, are you free to leave the country right now?
Yeah. Generally speaking, there are no restrictions
Uh-huh.
on ordinary people going about.
Okay. Okay. Good. And what is the current situation with COVID? You said that you are in a post-COVID era now. Sounds very epic. What does it mean? Like, what are all the rules and regulations have been lifted?
Yeah, there is no
No
call-wide
regulations.
policy now.
Mm-hmm.
That no call-wide policy anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alex, do you know the influenza A?
How would you say it?
Influenza A, like a
Influenza
flu.
A.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard about it. I didn't try
Yeah.
it.
To be honest, the topics about COVID have been replaced by the influenza A this spring because in China the influenza A is spreading a lot. Yeah.
So it's a new virus. Yes.
A new flu. Yeah. Because we have been recovered from the COVID now, and the government about in November of 2022, the government opened the control measures, and the Chinese mainland people had quickly infected with the coronavirus. And after 1 to 3 months, when the people's body health gradually recovered, the social production and life order gradually improved. So the COVID in China now is not a serious issue anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what do people and you like, for example, feel? What will happen with the new influenza? Is there reason to believe like it's a new COVID?
No. Because the influenza comes every year.
Okay.
Just like last year, it doesn't serious than the COVID, and maybe some people who infected by the influenza are also had been selected to the COVID, by the government. So we don't sure about which one is the influenza and which one is COVID, and we all put them together and labeled COVID last year. Because you take the test, it's all the positive. Yeah, so in last year we don't know what is influenza A, because this year after people all have infected by the coronavirus, later we take fever again, and we don't know what we have been going through, and the government says it's influenza A.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. And by the way, what's the way you do these tests? Is it like blood test or what's it called? Like a swab? It's called in the mouth.
Throat.
Yeah.
Throat. Just touch the throat and.
Okay. And it's immediate, like you take it and a couple of minutes it's done?
No, it's about 3 or 5 hours. But we can use the
Mm-hmm.
we can use the antigen. Do you know antigen test?
No.
Uh, because when the corona in China has been serious, the government will give you some little box.
Box?
It can be tested immediately.
Uh-huh.
Little box, it's the antigen test. It's different from the the throat test.
Mm-hmm. No, and okay. And the next question. I think I've missed a question somewhere because I don't know.
啊，我得走了，我得啊，我要结束了，太久了，太久了。
Oh, I think I had a question in my head and I forgot to write it down. But anyway, the COVID restrictions.
We can just
yeah.
Oh, Alex, Lee is about to go to sleep right now because
yeah,
it's
we're
late night
finishing.
in China. No. I can continue some small talk with you.
Yeah,
Lee
okay.
has to go down.
Sorry.
No problem. All good. Well, mostly all of the questions were done anyway. And so thank you, Lee, so much for.
Thank you.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Lee. Bye, Lee.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Stay
Bye,
safe.
Just let me talk to you. We haven't talked to each other for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Lee is not at school now, so he has to go to bed early. Yeah.
Okay. It's Friday today, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday today. Right? Alex, have you shut down the recording?
No, not yet.
Do you have more questions to ask?
Yeah. Did you check the last question? My
Jack
last.
Ma.
Yes. Like what I had the question about Jack Ma, and I've spoken about him a bit previously. And anyway, what do you hear about him? What happened? And yeah.
I have a question first. Why you pay attention to Jack Ma? Because he's rich or what?
My question because
I don't. We normal Chinese people, we don't care about Jack Ma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we are not on the same level. Our status have been different, and it's a lot gap between us.
Yeah.
So what he has been going through is none of my business. This is my opinion. Yeah, right. And Jack Ma, what has happened to him? Because he has given a speech in a huge meeting in China, and his speech is not quite good for the government. So the government has taken measures to let him to be low key,
Mm-hmm. Low key. So he is
low key. He's now playing
silenced.
golf in some Europe countries now.
And has it been proven somehow that he is playing somewhere?
Yeah. I think if you go to internet, maybe if you Twitter Jack Ma, and you can see the photos of him. Yeah.
Okay.
He has been retired now.
And what happened to the business?
the business, you know, Jack Ma just the founder,
Yeah.
and the company's construction has been built by many like capitalists. You get it?
Sorry, the network was
Alex,
yes. Once again.
you know the Alibaba,
Yeah.
right? The Alibaba, Jack Ma is only the founder.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, it has been mhm. There are many more capitalists to work in this company, and when Jack Ma decided to retire, and there is a new CEO to take up his job.
He decided to retire.
Yeah, he has to decided to retire for maybe for 5 or 6 years.
So he wasn't in the control of this thing for 4 or 5
Yeah.
years now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't check that much information about it. I just wanted to clarify your position on it.
You can just Twitter Jack Ma and you can see what he's doing right now. Yeah. He just play golf in some Europe country.
Okay. Well, maybe I will check later on, and I don't know. It kind of all seems a bit strange how it was handled, but anyway. But why do you say that you don't? Okay, it's frozen, I think. Let me check. Yes, unfroze. Okay. Why do you say that you don't care about this person? Like because he is that level, I hear, but don't you think that all of this system within it, all the elements within it are interconnected? No, you don't? I mean, like, what happens to the people on top may also happen to people on the bottom and on the middle.
No. We have faced a different reality, because the people in my class, the people in my class, we just face what we eat, what we wear, or where to study, but they don't. They face maybe how to make more money, or how to make the company more bigger, or what. We are facing the different problems. Yeah,
I understand, but that your
so
day-to-day life is different.
Yeah, what does he do in his daily life? It's not the prior how to say that? just different problems we face. So maybe what he about to do is takes a far distance to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But
Just
yes, I have a different belief in a way that
mhm.
if we think about society at any level, we cannot really separate. It's an ecosystem, right? Like we look
Yeah,
at the sea, for example, or the ocean. We have
yeah,
these
but mm,
algae, for example, right? These
mhm.
Singular and multiple, but very small organisms. And then we have bigger and bigger ones. And then we have,
Mhm.
I don't know, sharks and whales.
Yeah, yeah.
They are giant.
Uh,
And algae don't think about those, of course. But the thing that kills the whale probably will kill the algae, and back and forth. You understand, right?
mhm.
So these signals, these situations are signals signaling that something is happening.
I
And
see,
we
I
could
see.
make
Uh-huh.
our own judgments. And of course,
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
don't have to be 100% true all the time.
Uh, but
Sometimes,
maybe
most of
one
the times,
day,
they're wrong. But
mm,
sometimes they're right. I mean,
mhm.
for example, we in Russia in 2000 something, there was a company that is in Russia, I mean, in capitalist Russia.
Yeah.
The UCOS company that produces oil it was one of the biggest, like one of, I don't know, maybe top 3 or top 2 countries biggest companies of oil producers.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy that has an opinion against Putin, all of a sudden he is made to sell his company. And this was back in 2000 something. And now we have like way more of this happening every day. And the reasoning is a bit different, but the reality of people made to sell their companies or made to close them is about the same. So the things that were owned by this UCOS company are now owned by the friends of Putin, basically. Its parts were like torn apart and so on. I don't know, it's something to think about.
I see. I can tell you one thing that China is a socialist country,
Yeah.
right? We can allow a couple of people, they can be richer first, and the others are poor.
Yeah.
They can become richer first and let them to make the poor ones to become rich later.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot allow someone to be extremely rich.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he is if he or she become extremely rich, like they have extremely wealthy,
Yeah.
the distribution has to be changed. The poor one gets the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Like Jack Ma, he become when he become extremely rich, when his company becomes extremely high, and he want to change the social structure, and the government don't allow that because it has to his ideas has to influence other poor people. Yeah, that's what I see about it.
his ideas have to influence other poor people, you say?
Like he wants to change the structure, and if the country doing that, the poor ones will get smaller. I think it's hard to say. I think you can watch some like YouTube video to help you learn about Jack Ma, because I think what they talk about is more, it's deeper than me. Yeah, because Jack Ma, like Jack Ma becomes your question because you think he is the point that you can let your fans, or you can let me, you can let yourself to know China better because he's a rich people, right? He's a rich person, right?
Yeah, in a way. Of course, this is like one of the multiple things that helps to learn.
Yeah, it's a point. Yeah, it's a point that people maybe interested in. So
one of the things, yes.
Yeah, but in Chinese people, it doesn't. Yeah. Jack Ma is just a person. Yeah. It's far away from the people in the middle class or in the low class. Yeah. I think Chinese people is more like it's more deal with concrete issues. They won't take their eyesight to very high. They just to let their people, their current life, to become better. That's their goals. We just want, like my parents just want me to go further, or they want their parents to live longer. They just don't care about Jack Ma. Yeah, Jack Ma is too high. Yeah, you can say the Jack Ma influenced the China or influenced the world, but it doesn't. It doesn't deal with the Chinese people, right?
Well, okay.
Yeah. Just for example, Elon Musk, he wants to make people like immigrate to Mars, right? But American people don't care about it. Yeah, they just care about what Tesla's price, or or how can they use Twitter. Yeah, that's all. They don't care about Elon Musk's life or Elon Musk's goal.
Yes.
They just care about the Tesla's price. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I guess, but it's not all of them. Yeah. Yes, most people are. There is always, and I think always will be, a big percentage of people that would not care about big picture things like big objects, and there are some people that only care about big things. There are some people that don't care about everyday life, and they only talk about big things, and that's not good as well. I think that you have to get a lot of information from multiple points of view. So
I agree. Yeah, I think if you want to know more about Jack Ma, just go hear what the
internet connection. Okay, just you said just go.
Can you hear clear?
Yeah, now okay.
I said if you want to learn about Jack Ma, learn more about him, just go to hear what Western media said, because they pay more attention to Jack Ma than we no more Chinese people because
Mhm.
they think Jack Ma is a label, Jack Ma is a tag, Jack Ma is a point. So they want to use Jack Ma to like at attach with American people, the US media use Jack Ma to make more uh, attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, this was very interesting. So the whole
It's hard to
conversation.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could only imagine how translating from Chinese to English would be like.
Yeah. It's been a while to speak in English.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
No, you did great, and
no,
Lee as well. So thank you.
I just want to help your channel and also help your fans if they want to know more about China. Yeah, I also think, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
just a piece of advice that if you want to know more about China, you can pay more attention about the like marriage, like the employment, like the culture. Yeah, maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's not only the immigration or the restriction or like Jack Ma. Yeah, just suggestion. Yeah, just a suggestion.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course I understand, but what I'm trying to understand as well as the current situation of things. So, for example, the same COVID thing, it's a
Yeah, yeah,
global situation, but I mean, governments did some things
yeah.
different, and some things
I
were
think,
exactly the same.
mm, yeah, I think if you do the interview before November last year, my answer may be quite different a lot because in that time I was on quarantine by the government.
Uh-huh.
The quarantine has last about months, months, a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was so long, and uh, it's mm, it's depressed,
Yeah.
But but China for now is completely open,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone can free to go, everyone can free to leave, everyone can free to come. Even you, if you come to China, there won't be any quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we have back to the normal life, and life is good, so we are happy, and maybe our answer is positive. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
just welcome to China now. Yeah, I think it will be different because China is very different from what it was before 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because after the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I, after the COVID, China's economy uh has been raised a lot. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the uh the basic infrastructure, the basic uh like well, sorry, uh the basic infrastructure is good.
Improved.
Yeah, improved,
Yeah, okay.
and the students are mm, more have more freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy that you're feeling better because of that.
Yeah, I think you can come to China and if you want to, China has a Bilibili. Have you heard before?
No, what is it?
It's also like a Chinese YouTube. Yeah, the Bilibili. Uh, I cannot say that it completely copied the YouTube, but it's the same, yeah. And you can make your videos in Bilibili too, and you can become a, a KOL. KOL is the key person on the internet, like the
Uh-huh.
social influencer. But we Chinese people call them KOL.
Okay, okay,
Key
okay.
key
So,
point.
but I will have to learn all the rules and obey them.
Oh, key opinion leader. Sorry,
Ah,
KOL, key opinion leader. Yeah, the social influencer.
okay. Key opinion leader. Very
Yeah. Hey,
interesting.
don't remember the KOL. Remember the Bilibili. You can put your video in many places to
Mm-hmm.
spread. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know. I will check the rules. Maybe I'll make a complete video about me looking through the rules and thinking where I will fail. Maybe. I don't know.
No. No,
No.
I think you did good. You did great. Because I think your video can influence someone, and
Mm-hmm.
if they watch your video and they can know how where to go in their lives next stage,
Mm-hmm.
it can help them.
Mm-hmm.
Your videos value has been made. Yeah,
Mm.
I think there should be people that under undergoing the war or uh, the not employment and or the poor or what. Yeah, there have the people in Russia. I
Mm-hmm.
think if your video can help them, whether immigrate or not, or just stay in Russia to make their life more comfortable, yeah, that's the value. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of this interesting talk and information. I was happy to hear you and see you once again. So this
Yeah,
is
me
the end
too.
of the interview. So we will be saying goodbye to the camera, I guess. So thank you, and I hope to talk to you again. By the way, this
Yeah, me too.
on other topics as well. And
Okay, that's
and
for sure.
yeah, but maybe more on these topics because it might be enlightening to hear other methods to be used and so on and so forth. So anyway, thank you. Glad you're here. And,
Okay,
and
thank you, channel. Bye.
bye bye everyone.